Hello, Pisces. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the They Lima Tarot by Renata Lechner, and I just realized I forgot to pull out that card. There's that. If you want to see how you spell her name. For the supportive cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. The relationship first, single second, okay. Okay, so the fire on your partner's side is really the strongest thing I'm feeling to start with. They have the Ace of Wands where they're standing, but it seems to be going right with the Five of Wands with what's currently happening. They're making changes. And I feel like there's a lot going on, and I feel like you're not happy about this, and things just seem to be going all over the place. But I'm also seeing where they're standing, they have safe home protection and success. They're doing a lot of things. It feels like there's a lot of chaos. The Five of Wands can be an argument card, but it can also be something more of chaos, depending on what's going on, in my opinion. But the success with the home protection, like, there's a lot going on. It looks chaotic. It is chaotic. It is chaotic. But like this seems like this is a good idea. It seems like everything's gonna work out one way or another. It just feels like it's in disarray. And I do see the organization card on your side with the death card. These changes going on. This seems to be really upsetting your life. So whatever your partner's doing, if it's like changing... See, for some of you, I'm getting it feels like it's renovations or something like that. For others, it's like your partner's doing something dramatic. And it's really like things are out of focus. Things are all over the place. I'm trying to understand what... Because it seems like really confusing. I'm really not connecting to an actual scenario beyond, like... It feels like something at home. For some of you, I can see how it could be attached to some other things, but it's like it's literally chaos. Like, if this is connecting your partner just to you right now, it just seems like they're all over the place. And they're initiating what's going on. And I'm getting, like... You got the death card with the organization and the Two of Swords. It's like you're just standing there watching because they're all over the place. They're just all over the place. You don't know what to do. Is it bad? No. Are you viewing it as bad? Yes. Like the structure, like you don't know what you're supposed to do. You feel very like out in limbo. And I'm wondering, did you see this coming? I feel like you saw this coming. But I'm also getting your challenge card, like thinking you're going through all these changes and it's going to work out, but you're not going to be any happier or any better off than what you were to start with. And I'm getting your partner... Their challenge card is the Eight of Cups. And the thing about this version of the Eight of Cups, with that moon in the background, it's kind of like they're going towards... They're heading out on this journey. They have all these things that they're pretty sure are going to work out. But I'm getting they're just heading out into the night. They know their destination is out there. They know where they're going to go. But like the trip there, that seems to be the challenge here. That's the challenge card. Like... They're forging their way as they go. I always use this New York to California thing analogy, but it's kind of like they're going to California and they're just like, well, California's to the west, so I'm gonna start going west, and they're just kind of figuring out as they go. Like there's no the plan is not already set. Like they're making the plan up as they go. That's the challenge card. All right. Before we go any farther, I'm seeing what makes things better for you is the Three of Wands, which is for you to engage in the progress forward. Because I'm feeling like the problem is the Two of Swords. Like I feel like you're just standing there dumbfounded. Is that this one? This one. There we go. But they're saying once you engage in it and you just try to get a hold of something, just try to grab a hold of something and make it your own. I feel like you can also help steer the ship or put in your 2 cents to get it going where you need it to go. I mean, you're kind of going along with your partner here, but I'm just like, I feel like you need to grab on and move forward with your partner. Because I feel like you can actually lend some stability here. And that's really what makes this better, is to just like grab hold of it. Like if it's literally like, okay, New York, we're in New York, we have to go west to get to California. You're like, all right, we're going to need food. I'm going to grab some sandwiches. And by the way, this road, let's go down. Before we go west, let's go south a little bit. Let's go down to Binghamton and then head out west a little bit from there. I think it'll be better. I think the weather will be better from that. But like, I feel like you're help directing, like, yeah, it's true, we got to go west. But if we go south first a little bit, we head into maybe a little bit better weather, and the trip can be easier for us. Like, I feel like you have to engage and give your 2 cents and like say, well, this is what I think we should do next, and this is why. Because I'm also seeing spiritually, you got this 8 of Pentacles. The energy's like on your side is heavy. It's heavy. I really feel like you're struggling to get a hold of this. Because I'm coming back to this card, the 5 of Swords. Like, you're really feeling like this is just a lot to do just to end up with this feeling the same. Like, it's not going to be worse than what you had, but it's not going to be any better either. And it's all this work for what is kind of what I'm getting. I feel like you're kind of like, why are we running around in circles just to end up, like, why are we running around in a circle? Like, why are we doing all this just to come back to where we were? Like, even if it's like moving from one place to another, you're like, we're not going to be any happier there. You know, like, what's the point? I feel like you're kind of standing there like, and I feel like that's the hard energy here. I'm trying to like I feel like that's an issue here. And I'm trying to like see like what I see, like you're basically right too. It doesn't seem like there's improvement, but it doesn't seem like anything's worse than it was either. And I feel like you're not happy with all the work that's going into this, all the work you have to put into this. And it just feels like a lot of work. It just doesn't feel like it's necessary. It doesn't feel like it's necessary. But your partner has, I'm noticing, the Empress and the Queen of Cups here. Your partner is very excited about this and thinks it's really good they think it's really good. For you, they think it's good for both of you. They think this is going to promote a change. So for you, for example, even if you're just like moving across town, for example, and all this is happening, and everything is crazy, and they're pulling in the loans, and they're getting everything together, they're getting the contractors to come to make the changes to the home that they want, and like you're putting in your 2 cents about what you want, hopefully. I feel like what you're looking at is like, I like where I live now. I don't see how this is going to be any better than what we already have. I like what I have now. There's some things that would be a little better, but where we're going, I don't see like it's almost like, say at the current place you don't have a pool, but the other place you have a pool, but you don't have a yard. In the current place you have a yard, and you're like, but I really like the yard too. And like it's just kind of like you're not really making out in your opinion. You're just like you're giving up one thing you like to get something else you like, but you're not getting any happier over it. And I'm feeling like your partner's looking at this like, if you're moving across town and say it's that difference, they're like, yeah, but we're going to be closer to these other people. We're going to meet new people over here, and they're feeling like it's a big change and it's a nice thing, and like they're seeing other things that they think are better. Like there's different people around that area. You get to meet, mingle with different folks. Like they have a different perception of this. But I'm getting like a heavy energy here, like you are just thinking you're running in a circle. And your partner feels really inspired and like this is a successful, good thing. They think it's good for both of you. It's like a fresh breath of fresh air. And I feel like you're just like, this is unnecessary. I'm getting it over and over again. And I'm getting this 8 of Pentacles kind of like, you're just waiting for it to be done. And you're feeling like when you start when you start engaging in it and making it move faster forward, because when you engage in it in the 3 of Wands, like you're moving forward with it, you're helping it move forward, you're getting it done quicker, I feel like you're just waiting for it to be done. I really feel like you're just waiting for it to be done. I also see the 6 of Swords here for where you end up kind of in the future, just kind of like you're not really causing any problems about the situation. You're not even really, I don't feel like you even want to talk about it, to be honest. The Swords are a communication thought type thing. And when it comes to the 6 of Swords in your situation, I feel like this is the subject. You're just like walking away. You don't want to really talk about it. Once it's done, it's fine. Your partner thinks it's great. They think you're happy with it. But I feel like you just really don't want to talk about it. You feel like you went through all this work and you just didn't really get anything better. It didn't get any worse, but I feel like you're a little, you just want to disengage from the whole thing. I feel like you just want to go numb to the whole situation. Meanwhile, at the end of this, when whatever is going on here happens and it's moved forward, the chaos is past, your partner has a whole bunch more ideas about what they want to happen in life with this new change. Whatever, it's connected to whatever they've pushed forward here. They have a lot more ideas. And I feel like once they start sharing this with you, and to be fair, they haven't been holding it back. They may have been sharing it bit by bit, little by little, but I don't feel like it's been organized enough for you to see exactly where they're going with it. When they do share it with you with a little bit more passion, after the chaos is settled, I do feel like you're going to be happier with this. But they have to like share more about their inspiration and where they see this going. They have a lot of ideas about, like for example, if it's moving across town and you had a yard at the last place, you don't have a yard at the next one, but you have a pool and you didn't have a pool before, and it's a nice pool. For example, instead of having like backyard cookouts, they're thinking about backyard pool parties, and they're thinking about who they're going to invite. They have all these ideas about what they want to happen. They have all these things that they might have dropped little hints about or talked about here and there just haphazardly. But I don't feel like maybe you realized or like developed the thought as much as they have, that's for sure. They haven't been holding it back. They just haven't really talked it out. And I feel like now that everything is done, after the chaos is passed, that seems to be helping, because I feel like they're getting you excited with that. It seems to be engaging you more. I still feel after this is all said and done, you're happy. You're happy again. I just don't feel like you're thinking this was necessary still. I still feel like you're like, well, I'm happy again. Things are good again. Things are a little different, but I mean, I'm not any happier than I was. It's nothing's worse than it was, but I'm not any happier than I was. And I feel like you're still like, you don't want to talk about it. Like you don't want to tell them that because you feel like your partner's like already engaged. You don't want to like make them feel bad, or you don't want to bring any type of conversation up about it. You just kind of like, you feel like you ran in a circle is what you feel like. And like you rushed to just end up in the same stupid spot. And you're just kind of like, I feel like you're not, I don't know, you're just kind of like looking at it like, alright, it's fine. Is that what we want to say with this? I think that's the point. What can make this easier for you? I feel like what they're saying is just engaging with it and going through it and getting it done. it just feels like that's the easiest way to go through this. It's going to pass. You're going to be still as happy as you were. It's just no happier than you were. It's kind of what it feels like to me. All right. For whatever that's worth, at least you see that. I feel like the engaging thing. They're just saying, just the sooner you engage in it, the sooner it moves on, the sooner this time passes, and I feel like that's fine. I think it's because of the Pisces energy, and I'm Pisces, which I've probably said thousands of times at this point throughout all the readings I've done on this channel. I think it's just very easy to be empathetic to that for me. Now let's do Pisces single. Let's see what we got for Pisces single. Empowering information for single Pisces for them to move forward the way they want to attract what they want, to find the love that they're looking for. Okay. Is that one or two cards? That's one. Put that. Somebody. My first thought is somebody did you wrong in the past. My first thought is somebody did you wrong in the past. And I feel like that's very subjective, and whoever this person is, it depends on how you're viewing it. I get that, but the abundance card wants to pop out here. I'm getting there's a lot of opportunities here. I get that. But this person, they gotta, see, the mermaid magic seduction is at the bottom, and I'm feeling like the air of love is still possible. But if you're feeling it, I don't know. I feel like you might be more like, this person might be more in the book or the place of, I just feel like they might be more in the category of you kind of did something you shouldn't have. Like, not you, but they did something they shouldn't have, and you're just kind of like, you know what? I'm not into getting into a relationship with somebody who does things like that to me. And you're trying, I feel like you want to look at this in a better light. You want to be a little bit more fluid with it, but you're just kind of like, there's a difference between, being open to possibility and setting yourself up. Let's just leave it at that. Because I'm getting in the environment, you got the Five of Cups, and my first thought is somebody did you wrong and they know it. Exactly how that happened might be, because for some of you, I feel like this might not be they did you wrong in a romantic sense. They did something else. Like they made a misstep with you, and they did something that either betrayed you, or they said something, or they did something that just really was not in your best interest. And it's like they're very well aware of that. Things have changed for this person, and I feel like they're viewing you in a different way. For some of them, they might have just said, there might have been just a rude conversation. Let's not go crazy about it. Let's just say they did something they shouldn't have, and you're very well aware that they did something they shouldn't have. And it's not about being open-minded. It's about setting yourself up for a bad moment. And you're just like, listen, I might have been born during the day, but it wasn't yesterday, and I'm not falling for that. Now, I'm getting your thoughts are the Fool card. But this is feeling again like you're like, you don't want to play the fool. Your thoughts are like, if I fall for this, I might end up being the fool. This person already got me once. And however you see that, however way that happened. That Fool card in your thoughts, I really feel like you don't want to play the fool. And you're just like, you know the feelings are there. You know that air of love for you is there towards them. That could happen. And you're just kind of like, I already seen what you did to me once. I fall in line with you, or for some reason get it caught up in you. you could easily screw me over, and I probably wouldn't see it till it was too late, and that's what you're afraid of. If I really fall for this person, it could go for a while, but then when I'm least expecting it, I'm pulling the knife out of my back. Because I feel like that's kind of like this isn't something you're taking lightly. Even if it wasn't that big of a deal, the fact that they did you wrong, the fact that they're willing to do that, that's sticking with you. Like, you're holding it to you. Like, you remember this. It upset you when it happened, and it's not upsetting you the same way as it did, but you're remembering it. If this reading is hitting, because I'm getting you overcame the challenge, you got through it. The strength card is here. So you weathered through it, you're fine. But you're just kind of like, yeah, that's over, that's in the past. But I'm not about to trust somebody who did that to me. Like, I feel like the trust, it feels like a trust thing. It feels like a trust thing, it really does. And I'm getting here at the bottom, you have the Hermit card, like you're just kind of, you're wondering, you're thinking about it. I gotta be honest, I feel like you're thinking about it. Because that air of love is there, and Pisces loves love. I really want to say, being a Pisces loves the idea of love. That's how I feel. A lot of water signs seem to be sort of in that boat in one way or another, but it's like you're thinking about it because that air of love is there. You're thinking about it. I'm a single Pisces myself, so I'm just kind of like, I can see myself doing that. And it may be a fleeting thought that just stays for a couple hours and you let it go and it comes back again. But you are thinking about this person. You are wondering, you are kind of going through the what ifs is what I'm getting. Because when this person comes towards you, and I have to make note of this too, they pop out of nowhere, or they come toward you from nowhere. They seem to get your attention. You're not expecting to see them, or however that is, and they get your attention. And I'm getting the Magician here with the Seven of Wands. Which the Seven of Wands is like holding your own, in my opinion. And the Magician is you kind of like using your abilities to make the next possibility. What are you doing here with the Magician? Because I almost feel like it's kind of like you're trying to see... Like, the Magician has a lot of possibilities. He can do a lot of different things. And I feel like you're trying to see... Like, I feel like you're really evaluating what happened in the past. If you don't have a clear standing on why, you're trying to figure out why, if you don't already know why. And you're trying to see, like, how likely is that to happen again? Like, what was the cause before... How likely is it for that cause to happen again? And I'm getting... The Seven of Wands is telling me you're kind of defensive against it. Because you're kind of worried. Again, you don't want to play that fool. Now, the top card, this is... You got the Hermit at the bottom, which can be a sort of spiritual card. Well, it's going within spiritual. The top is the Hierophant with the Divine Guidance. This is coming forward to you for a purpose. It's either to put it to rest or it's to move forward. Either way, I'm getting where they're leading this to. The card at the end is healing. There's another card with it, and we'll get that. But this is being pulled towards you again so you can heal from it. And I'm getting the Hierophant. It's kind of like going through the motions. Sometimes it's very boring, very tedious. Sometimes it's just feeling like it's something you're just kind of going through a rote routine and you're just questioning yourself, should I really be a part of this? But you're feeling like it's the right thing to do. It's like, I'm getting this is not really feeling all that great to you, and you're thinking, I feel like you're thinking you should just walk away from it, but your mind keeps going through it. And I'm getting the whole point is, divine guidance is here to put this to rest. Either bring it to closure, bring some type of resolution to it, or allow a healing to happen in the sense of moving forward and giving this person another shot. It's either healing as in closing it down, moving on, putting it to rest, not letting it kind of linger over you, or moving forward, giving this person another shot. I feel like it's going left or right on this one. And it's going to depend on what's going on for you. The energy is heavy with this, too. Well, I mean, not for nothing. This person did you wrong. Like, you're going to be like, yay, somebody who screwed me over in the past wants to get back with me? All right. That's how I like it. Like, who's going to do that? I'm saying that sarcastically because I can think of more than one person in my own life where that would fit. And I'm just like, if they showed up on my doorstep, I'd be like, oh, just really? I'd be like, you got the wrong house. Keep going. You got the wrong one. The Emperor here with the confidence is in the future. So my sarcastic self here is like, so like, who wants to set themselves up for failure? When somebody's done you wrong once, like, I'll be honest, I'm not the most, I can't forgive that well. Like, if I really feel like somebody stabbed me in the back, I don't know. I'm feeling, they're saying here, you have the power to actually go through this. I'm getting this person doesn't have that power anymore. And they're trying to point that out. That's why another reason this person's coming around again. They don't have the power they did before. But I'm still feeling like you're looking at it like, yeah, they might not have that, it might not be they have that power to do that, but they still did it. And just because they don't have the power to do that again, what do they have the power to do? Like, I don't want to be watching my back. Like, if I'm going to give somebody a chance in a love sense, like, it's really hard to give them a chance if you feel like you have to watch your back for the knife handle. Like, you're like, oh, look, another knife handle. Oop, okay. But they're saying the confidence here in the Emperor. The Emperor is telling me you're in the power position now. And they're telling me you can bring some resolution to yourself. To go through this and think through this and talk with this person. If this person's honestly coming towards you, talk it out with them. Let them say their piece. Or if they don't want to say their piece, just see how much of the person you saw before are they still now. Because I'm getting you can, at the very least, you can put this to rest. Because I feel like if this is fitting, at the very least, this is something that bothers you about this person. And it's just something that kind of holds on to you, and you can actually resolve this and kind of just have some soul growth by just resolving it and not letting it bother you anymore. Especially because this person, I don't feel like they can hurt you like that anymore. I don't feel like they have that ability anymore. And where this is heading again, you do have the healing card, but I also see the Five of Pentacles. And I'm getting like you would like this to heal a lot better than it is. The Five of Pentacles, it makes me think that you're looking at this person and you want more answers than you're getting. A lot of how you feel, you seem to hold on to and remember, and it doesn't seem like they remember it the same way. Or at the very least, they can't seem to recall the details you can recall. And I feel like you're standing here as the Five of Pentacles, and I feel that is you. Wanting to get more information, wanting to sort this out and get more detail about what happened and why, but they literally can't recall it. And I'm getting, like, the healing here for you is kind of like, this person seems to be like they're moving on from it. It's almost like the fact that they can't recall it, and it seems very honest and genuine to me. It seems to give you like this kind of feeling of like, whoever they were at that time, maybe they've changed. Maybe I don't want to say changed. Maybe they've gotten better. Maybe they've refined some of their characteristics. And maybe they just did some things that were careless. I feel like what you are getting is like you're finding out like things about their life at the time, and maybe some other things they were going through at the time that might have factored in. But I feel like you're kind of looking at this like they're not recalling it. And I feel like it's very genuine. They can't recall it the way you recall it. They don't remember the details. And I feel like you're able to kind of like, at this point, you're either inspired to either like try to see if something can happen now. the love is there for you, like the air of love is there, and you want to like maybe get to know them a little more. It's either that or you're kind of like, well, they don't remember it. I feel like you're able to let it go because they really genuinely, you feel like they're genuinely being honest with you, they're talking with you. And I feel like you're just kind of like either letting it go and just kind of like, they seem to be willing to talk with you. They're telling you the truth, and you're like, this is the best I'm gonna get. So what's the need to hold on? And I feel like that's kind of resolving it, and you're moving on from it, or you're just like trying to get to know them more and just seeing like, do you really want to try this? And I feel like if you're trying to move forward in romantic nature, you're kind of evaluating their personality, which I feel is smart. And you're like, all right, they don't remember those details. It doesn't seem like it affected them the way it affected me. Okay, but are the characteristics of the person that I think they are, as opposed to who they may be, like, are they the same? Are they? I mean, were they just going through a moment and they made some careless decisions, or is that truly just who they are, and I just should just see them for who they really are, and just let this be and move on? Because I feel like you're still evaluating, even if you want to give it a consideration for the romance side. You're kind of digging in a little deeper, and you're just kind of like trying to figure out their personality, not like what type of cake do they like, but like when their friends are in trouble, what are they doing for their friends? And their family's in trouble, what are they doing for their family? Who comes towards them when they need somebody to talk to? Like who do they go to when they need help? Like I feel like you're just kind of looking at like the quality, not the details. Like what do they like? What type of this are like? What type of common interest do you have? It's not about that. It's about like what are they? Are they there for other people? Are they more standoffish? If they are standoffish, why are they standoffish? Do they have confidence? Do they not have confidence? Are they considerate? Are they inconsiderate? Are they crass? Are they sarcastic? Not that, and those qualities, it's not so much having those qualities, but like how they use those qualities. Like some people, I know friends that were just crass with each other, or just sarcastic, I should say. I don't think crass is the right word. And that's just how we get along. But other people I'm friends with, that's completely not the case. So I feel like you're looking at this person that way. Like, how do they treat these certain people? How do they treat those? Why do they treat certain people different ways? And I don't know. You're going to have to evaluate the person, and just, it's more about the quality of character. I get that you're digging in and trying to find out the quality of character. And you might keep going forward with this. At this point in this reading, I don't know if you're going to or not. If you decide to go that way. But it seems like you're getting healing either way, which is a good thing. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I think we got to it. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.